Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I really needed to review these finally because if they were in my house for much longer, I was just going to eat the damn things. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, but for like 8 more episodes. Okay, so come back 8 more sampler platter episodes from now, and maybe I'll be done. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my Son Goku shirt. Yeah! I'll be honest. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with Son Goku, somehow, he's one of the most recognizable characters in popular culture around the world. He's part of the Dragon Ball universe, which is an anime series, came out in the late 80s, done famously by Akira Toriyama, who sadly passed away not too long. Well, I say that like it's been, I think, at least a year or so now. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z, that whole thing became a massive franchise, cultural phenomenon. I picked this shirt up shortly after learning about Akira Toriyama's passing. Even though I was like never the biggest DBZ fan in the world, I certainly grew up enjoying it, and I still think it's a lot of fun today. And, it just felt kind of the right thing to do, So, but anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? What was I so tempted to eat that I finally had to get in the review? Well, folks, it happens to be, boom! It is chocolate-covered pretzel Oreos. I reviewed plenty of Oreos throughout the course of doing this show. I did the Post Malone Oreos not too long ago. I've done S'moreos, any number of these things. And I'm always on the hunt for whatever wacky new flavor they've got. This one, I am very interested in. I want to see how they pull this off. So, let's get a thing for a thing here. It looks like that. And we're just going to... Oh yeah, it's got the thing. Oh, still waking up at the moment. I woke up like an hour ago and my 38-year-old body's like, brr, 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 brr. Like everything's kicking on, but it takes time. If you're 38, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Looks like that. Let's give it a go. Okay. It's good. I do like it. I don't know that I would say it particularly tastes like chocolate-covered pretzels. I kind of get what they're doing with it. There is a little bit of a pretzely vibe. I'm not going to say it's not there. But I was really hoping for better out of this. Like, again, they're not bad. I do like them. But, I don't know. Oreo, some of their flavors can be hit or miss. As, pretty much any product brand will run into. But, I typically have a good amount of faith in them to pull it off. In case with this, I don't know. I feel like they got kind of part of the way there, but like, yeah, these are, for me, in terms of flavor representation, tasting like what they say it's going to taste like, I feel like this was like a C+. This was basically like the amount of effort that I put into my high school career. It's like, I did just well enough that I wasn't dead average, but no more. And that's kind of how I feel with this, with, again, the flavor sort of vibe. Again, there's a little bit of a pretzely vibe there. There's a little bit of a saltiness, which I'm guessing, that was kind of the whole idea. It was like, in terms of, like, the other flavors, though, like, the chocolate plays a very big role. And almost to its detriment, because, again, I don't feel like the pretzel aspect of it is pronounced enough. So the chocolate element, for me, for the most part, is the biggest player here. And it's a very rich chocolate. I'm guessing they actually might have used, like, a different chocolate blend than their normal stuff. I mean, that's some thick cream there. Not quite double stuff, but like, yeah, it has like a salty edge, but like, for me, it comes off less like chocolate covered pretzel and more like salted chocolate. And it's good. Like I said, the chocolate is rich. That little salty edge is nice to it. I like that aspect of it, actually. It, gives a little extra something to break up, again, just like the richness of the chocolate. Like, it's a good Oreo. I actually really like these in terms of just for sheer flavor, but again, I'm not personally, there's a little something. I'm not saying it's not there at all, but I personally feel like they needed to go over there and do more to make that pretzel aspect stand out. But, alright, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Yes and yes, but caveats. I like these Oreos. I like the richness of the chocolate. I like the salty edge to it. And the fact that there is, again, a little bit of a, sort of pretzely vibe to it, it makes for a nice thing. I mean, chocolate-covered pretzels work, Oreos work. But, again, I am disappointed because I have seen Oreo do better. I have seen them go over there and pull off wackier flavors. But I was interested in this one because it's like, okay, how are they going to make that pretzel work? That was really the thought in my head. Because chocolate, that's not a problem for them. And I do feel like they just didn't really manage to do the pretzel justice. It's still a nice tasting Oreo, though, and I do like it. It's kind of unique for the flavor combinations it has going on. So I'd be willing to get it again, just not if I wanted chocolate-covered pretzel flavor. I'd just get chocolate-covered pretzels. Now, if I'm recommending it, same exact thing. I think they're cool. They're a new product. They're a limited edition, so, get them while you can. And for all intents and purposes, they're a nice thing. But, again, if you're going into it specifically because you want that chocolate-covered pretzel vibe, it is going to be lacking. It simply does not have the oomph that a proper chocolate-covered pretzel does have, or that I even feel that Oreo could personally manage to put out. But, for what it is, still a fun cookie, still tasty. Like I said, it's a nice thing. It just doesn't quite hit the flavors that I personally expected it to. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly chocolate-covered raisins-tastic rest of your life. I like chocolate-covered raisins. A lot of people don't, but I think they're good. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. folks, what flavor of Oreo, do you think we can expect next, right? Because like I said, I'm always on the hunt for the new stuff. I'm always interested to see. And honestly, some of the stuff isn't all that interesting to me. There's been, certain ones that I've kind of just been like, didn't even bother reviewing. But yeah, man, I mean, there's obviously lots of options still available to them. What would you personally like to see? I mean, I'd be interested to see, because like they have gone over there and toyed with like some, fruity kind of flavors and stuff, like they like Swedish Fish ones way back when and stuff, and cherry Coke. And it's like I'd like to see them maybe explore that a little bit more. I'd like to see them do something with pineapple because I'm a pineapple slut. But let me know. Hit me up in the comments.